Hi guys! One of the most common and useful field types are picklist fields. These fields use drop-downs, which let you select one option from a list. Let's look at some examples. The status field in the account's object contains a list of different statuses the account might be in, while the account type field allows you to set if your account is a private, business, or business partner account. An important part of starting to work with Fireberry is customizing all your picklist fields so they contain the values which are relevant to you. Let's edit the status field's values so they match my company's sales process. To start, we'll click the Edit Page option from our account page, and then click on the status field. We can now use the Edit button to open up the status field's system-wide settings. Here, we'll find the standard field settings on the left and a list of options on the right. These are the status options which are provided in the status field. Let's change these options so they're right for my company. We use the term New instead of Lead, so let's switch the name of this option. We also have an additional stage in the sales process called Signed Contract, which lets me know that the account has signed their contract but is not yet an active account. Let's add this option by clicking the Add Option button and setting the new value. We can click the black dot on the side to select a color for our new option like yellow. In this way, you can also update any of the current colors. Let's drag this option so it's in the right place in the sales process, right after the negotiation option. You can drag and drop the options to set any order you'd like, and even use the A to Z button to alphabetize them. I don't need the No Answer field, so I'll remove it by clicking the X. Just as a side note, you won't be able to delete options which are currently in use. For example, if we try to delete the qualification status, we'll see an error message. If you would like to delete an in-use option, you'll first need to make sure that there are no records which have it set as their value. Once you're done editing, make sure to save your picklist field. You can then go back to your original page by saving it. In this way, you can fully customize the options in any picklist field. We can now see our newly made changes in our status field. I'd love to go over one more setting you can set up for picklist fields called a controlling field. This setting lets you control which options will be displayed in a picklist based on the value of a different picklist field. For example, you may have a city picklist which has options for all the major cities in the US and a state picklist with all the US states. When setting an address, it takes time to scroll through all the different cities and can even lead to mistakes. Instead, you can set the state picklist as a controlling field and set which options will appear in the city field for each state. Let's take a look. If we select the New York state, we'll see cities in New York under the city field such as Albany, Buffalo, and Brooklyn. If we now instead select the Texas state, we'll see the city options switch so that now they only include cities in Texas, like Austin. By setting a controlling field, you can make sure that only relevant options are presented in a pick list. One example of where I'd like to set this up in my company is the rating picklist field. This field lets my reps set the rating of each account. The rating options have two different types, the gold, silver, and bronze options, which we use for business and business partner accounts, and the VIP and regular options, which we use for private accounts. Let's edit this field so that only the relevant options appear for each account, based on the account's type. To set up a controlling field, we'll need to open the settings of the dependent field. In the first example, the cities field is the dependent field as the options displayed will be dependent on the value chosen in the state field. In our current case, the dependent field is the rating field as the options displayed here will be based on the value set in the account type field. To start, we'll open the field settings for the rating field, and then we can select the controlling field setting. Here we'll find a section with all of the other picklist fields in the current object. Let's select the account type field, which is our controlling field, and then click the gear icon to set the dependencies. The table we're now looking at shows all the account type options on the top, which are the controlling options, and all the rating options on the left, which are the dependent options. Let's check off the circles for the rating options we'd like displayed for each account type option. For the business partner option, we'll select the gold, silver, and bronze options. We'll also select these options for the business account option. For the private account option, let's select the VIP and regular options. Now the rating field will only show the options which are relevant to each account. Let's take the page and check out our updated fields. If we set our account to private, we'll see only the regular and VIP options. By changing it to a business account, we'll now instead see the gold, silver, and bronze options. In this way, you can add, edit, and set up dependencies for your options so that your picklist fields are fully customized and easy to use.